The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. It's David Schmidt, and welcome to this very special LifeWave webinar today on X39, where we are going to make a big announcement. And with me today is our new Vice President of Marketing, Mr. Jim Caldwell. Now, I want to introduce you to Jim. You've probably seen the email that we've already sent on this, but I want to do a proper introduction. First of all, Jim and I have been working together since 2005 on quite a few LifeWave projects. Jim has decades of experience in the field of marketing and quite a few awards. The one that always blows me away is that in your career, you have been part of generating worldwide sales of $1.5 billion US. That is a phenomenal, phenomenal accomplishment. Jim has worked with some massive companies like Beachbody, Guthy-Renker, just to name two of those. And as a matter of fact, Jim had introduced us to Suzanne Summers when she became our LifeWave ambassador. And Jim also produced our very first IceWave video, which is even popular with our members today. And I can tell you, when you see the work that he has done on the X39 product video, you'll see he has outdone himself. It is absolutely outstanding. So Jim, welcome aboard.
David, gosh, thank you. I don't know if the folks can see, but I'm blushing, but thank you very much for that kind introduction. Could not be more thrilled to be here. You know, I think back to, 12, 13 years ago when there I was in a typical home meeting. Someone had invited me, and next thing you know, they're asking me to do some push-ups, and I sheepishly got up there and maybe did, 25 or 26. And then they said, here, put these on, and I did like 30% more. And I said, what the heck is this? I have to meet the inventor of this. Next thing you know, David and I did meet, and we had the opportunity to really kind of talk out what David had in mind in the coming years. And I thought of Suzanne Summers as we had these conversations, and one thing led to another, and I could not be obviously more happy that that introduction turned out to be very, very productive for everybody at LifeWave. And of course, being involved in video for so long as I had been, I saw the technology, and I got involved with that IceWave video, which I'm tickled to hear has continued to receive such nice comments, and it's been effective along the way. Look, what you're about to share with everyone, David, is absolutely groundbreaking. Obviously, I get to see behind the curtain a little bit, and it is so darned exciting what we are standing on. We're standing on a threshold, and as a company, you as a member, as a distributor, your business, your group, what's possible here is absolutely through the roof. So it's incumbent upon all of us at the corporate level and out in the field. Let's all become better at what we do. Let's build this business. I intend to play a key role to help you get all the business building tools you need to be able to be effective with this amazing technology. So without further ado, David, I'm going to send it back to you, because what you're about to share with the folks is hold on to your hat, everyone.
Absolutely. And let's cover that just for a second. First, before we get into the really fun stuff, we do want to take this reminder to let everyone know that we don't make any medical claims about our products. We're not intending to try to cure or treat any different types of disease. So this is our standard medical disclaimer. So when we're talking about things, just keep in mind that we're talking about treating symptoms. We're not treating disease. Now, let's get into the astonishing new benefit. And one thing, we are going to reveal something today that I would say, if you built a product just around this one benefit, you could have an enormous product. But this is only still a piece of the picture, and we are still, I think people are going to be blown away today after they see what this is, that we're still have not revealed the biggest thing, that we're saving the big thing. This is like a small Christmas present before you get, the new automobile, right? So the big thing is still coming in January. But when you see this, I think our members are going to say, oh my God, what could be bigger than this?
And that is it. I just said, tip of the iceberg. It is exactly that. When you first shared this with me, and I said, wait a second, what's bigger than this? And you said, well, right. And you showed me all the other things and the results from the clinicals and what have you. So there is so much here, as we just said. And David, it's let's face it. You've teased the folks. We've teased them very nicely. Thank you very much. You better get on with it before there's trouble in the hinterlands.
All right, let's get on with it then and start the presentation. Thanks, Jim, and I'll come back to you in a little while.
You got it.
Thank you. All right, so let's get into it then on the astonishing. Finally, here it is, the astonishing new benefit of X39. Let's do it. Now, let's frame this in the proper way. We're going to do a very, very brief review on the known benefits of X39 so you can understand where we're coming from on this astonishing new benefit. Now, of course, you all know that the X39 patch is designed to activate stem cells. That's the big deal with this. And specifically, the X39 patch will elevate a peptide in the body that's known to activate stem cells. Now, we, of course, are going to be revealing this on January 19th. So when we do the event live from Austria, we are going to be revealing what peptide the X39 elevates, and this is a very, very important part of the X39 story. But activating stem cells is still the main key thing. Now, of course, with the X39, you get an immediate effect. And some of the things that you'll be learning about our product is how it elevates antioxidants and how it decreases inflammation. This works in a way that you're going to find quite surprising and very different from our other patches. That's why we refer to this as our third generation patch, because it does work considerably differently than our other patches. Also, the way X39 provides people with more energy, the way that it does that is different than our other patches. But what we've seen in our clinical studies is that people do, in fact, experience a boost in their energy. They feel less tired even within the first day of using this patch. Another thing that we've shown in our clinical studies is improved sleep. This is something else that happens within the first day of using the X39. We've done testing now, and we know exactly what the mechanisms are of improving the quality of sleep. So basically, people using X39 will sleep longer and sleep deeper. Of course, X39 is providing very, very dramatic pain relief. And it's really remarkable. Just one patch, either behind the neck or below the belly button, is going to reduce pain throughout the entire body. Now, if you want to, of course, apply the patch at a specific point where you have pain, you can also do that, but it's not always necessary. Now, another thing that we have seen, of course, we've gotten many testimonials about how the X39 patch reduces the appearance of lines and wrinkles. And this makes complete sense when you consider how stem cells work in the body. Basically, when you activate stem cells, they're going to be part of the wound healing process. And part of wound healing is increasing production of collagen. So not surprisingly, people that use X39 see firmer and tighter skin within the first few weeks of use. And then over about 4 to 12 weeks, it becomes very dramatic. Sports performance is another area where we have seen great testimonials and effects with X39. And this, of course, is because the product, in addition to improving energy, is going to help you to recover more quickly after exercise. Now, while we don't have a clinical study on this yet, and I know some people were saying, oh, the surprise benefit is going to be hair growth. No, we've already talked about this as early as our official announcement at the end of June, that growing hair could be an effect of X39. And certainly, this is something that we've seen anecdotally. People have reported, hey, I'm noticing hair growth with X39. Now, some of the most phenomenal testimonials we get on X39 are in the area of reducing the appearance of scars and wound healing. And when we activate the stem cells, we can create a phenomena called remodeling. It just simply means that this is going to improve the structure of the skin and reduce the appearance of scars. And great testimonials on that. Now, wound healing is perhaps where we see some of the most incredible and phenomenal results and testimonials. So we would say the X39 helps to support the natural wound healing process. Of course, what's going on is that when we activate the stem cells, they're going to do what they do best, which is improve the way that we heal. And of course, as we age, the ability to heal declines. So when we activate the stem cells, we're starting to be able to recapture the way we healed when we were younger. And in fact, some of the best testimonials we have are people over the age of 70. And you wouldn't expect to see wound healing in people over the age of 70, not to the degree that we do with using the X39. And of course, youth renewal. This, of course, has been a big one, because when you use the X39, what's been shown in studies on the compound that the X39 increases is that it creates something we call youth renewal, resetting thousands of genes to a younger, healthier state. And of course, what this results in is better all-over health and vitality. So this is a big one. I know some people also guessed, well, you know, are you going to be talking about youth renewal? No, again, this is something that we have been talking about since the end of June. So it's not youth renewal. Okay, so this is the moment that you have been waiting for. And by the way, our lines are almost nearly full now with members. So I want to thank everyone for being here and being part of this historical moment for us as we unveil this astonishing new benefit of the X39. This is something that was uncovered at the completion of one of our clinical studies, and we're going to reveal this one benefit that we saw come out of the study. We didn't want to wait because it was too exciting, and here it is now. The X39 has been discovered to produce something that we are going to call youth mimetics, or the appearance of youth. And this is going to require some explanation so you can understand the impact of this, and the impact of it is absolutely massive. So let's get into it. In a clinical study that we just completed, which had 45 people, this was shown to statistical significance that in only 6 weeks of using the X39, the age of the vascular system gave the appearance of having been reversed by an astonishing 2 years. So in other words, just short-term use of the X39, only a 6-week period of time, the age of the cardiovascular system was functioning as if the age of the cardiovascular system had been reversed by 2 years. And we're being very careful about the way that we're wording this. We're not saying, we're not making the claim that we reverse the age of the cardiovascular system, because that would be a medical claim. So what we're saying is that it gave the appearance of having been reversed 2 years. So in other words, the cardiovascular system performed as if it had become 2 years younger. And this is only after 6 weeks of using it. Now, how did we measure this? This study was performed by Dr. Thornton Streeter, and we're only going to cover some of the basics of this, but one of the pieces of equipment that we used was a Multiscan Pro. And this is a full body assessment where we collect all sorts of data about the heart, the pulse, the temperature, bioelectrical readings of all the organs in the body, obviously the cardiovascular systems. And what we did was look at baseline data. So we took measurements of people before applying the patch, and then we monitored people over a 6-week period of time to see how were they responding week to week with the use of the X39 product. Now, this is very, very thorough, multiple bioelectrical readings. And because we're taking in so much data, the system allows us to take a wellness score. In other words, after looking at the health of the heart, the kidneys, the brain, what's the overall wellness of the body? There's also going to be an assessment of the age of the cardiovascular system, because this is obviously important. One of the #1 killers is heart disease, and we want to know how healthy is the heart. Now, this is actually from data that was gathered from the clinical study, and this is a chart that was generated as a result. And effectively, this is very interesting because what it showed is that after 3 weeks of using X39, there was a minor improvement. I don't think we would have hit statistical significance on this actually. But then through continued use of X39, you can see a tipping point is reached after 3 weeks where now the body improves significantly in health. And this is important to notice because what we've seen in our short-term studies is that the day you start wearing X39, changes start to occur. So energy improves, sleep improves. We know through practical experience within about the first 2 to 3 weeks, we see wound healing. But now this is going one level deeper. What happens after the first few weeks of using X39? We can see now through continued use, the effects are dramatic. So you'll get results absolutely from using X39 the first month, but continue using it because the results continue to get better. Now let's talk about this appearance of age reversal. What does this all mean? Well, the vascular age, or the health of our arteries, it's the apparent age of the blood vessels. So you could be, let's say, 60 years old and be a young 60-year-old, or you could be an old 60-year-old. Okay, we're all going to age at different rates. So basically, the system is able to take a look at the heart rate and the heartbeat and how blood moves through the arteries. So essentially, by measuring this, it's known that the stiffer the arteries, the faster a wave will travel. So by taking data off of thousands of people, you can calculate a true biological age. So measuring the speed of how a wave of blood moves through the arteries is going to give us an idea of how stiff or how flexible the arteries are. And then that data is converted into vascular age. This is similar, by the way, to how telomere testing is done. You take a large group of people, thousands of people, and you look at the lengths of their telomeres, and then you can know biologically what's their real age. So we can do the same thing now with the arteries. Based on the speed at which blood moves through the arteries, we can calculate how old a person is. And this also, by the way, gives a pretty good idea if someone is at risk for cardiovascular disease. So in other words, if blood is moving through there more slowly, through the arteries, and the arteries are more flexible, it puts you at lower risk for cardiovascular disease. So for example, if your real biological age is 45, but yet when you test on the system, it shows that the arteries are 54 years old, this is telling you that you're older. Your heart arteries are older than your biological age. So this could make you more susceptible to cardiovascular disease. And of course, this data gives you an opportunity to look at what you're doing with your diet, with your exercise. And of course, now we're finding the patches will help. So if that was the case, again, you'd be at a higher risk for developing cardiovascular disease just based on that, as opposed to just looking at your true age instead. So the reduction in the vascular age by 2 years is an excellent indicator of how X39 potentially reduces cardiovascular risk factors. And again, this is only after 6 weeks, which is really remarkable. There's currently nothing available in medical science that will provide a result like this. So this is why we got so excited about it, because it's a indication of something that we've been talking about, youth renewal, and of course, our ultimate goal, which is age reversal. Okay, I bet we have a lot of extremely excited people on right now, and that is not all. We actually have something else we're going to share with you. And Jim, why don't you activate your video camera?
Yeah. Coming up.
Because, you know, here at LifeWave, we would like to be able to deliver more than what we promised. And while we unveiled that astonishing new benefit, we're actually going to show something else that people didn't bargain for. So let's go ahead and show the X39 mystery benefit, shall we?
Yes, let's.
Okay, now we are saving this for Austria, but another thing that we saw over time is how different systems in the body improved. And of course, our ultimate goal is we want to be able to demonstrate that we're accomplishing partial age reversal. And then ultimately in the coming years, as we add new products, that's our goal, age reversal. So we're certainly coming along fine with that with X39. Now, this is something that people are going to be learning about when they get to Austria, is kind of the scope of what we've been looking at in our clinical studies and some of the remarkable things that we've been seeing. But one really important thing is that, as this graph would indicate, and we're not going to reveal what this is a graph of, they have to wait until the launch for this. But what this reveals is that as you use X39, you do start to see results within days and then results within weeks. But continue using the product, because the results, unlike most products where you level off, with X39, the results continue to get better and people's health continues to improve. And I know when you saw this, you got really excited about it because of the implications.
Well, you know, you think about what's really happening here. We're doing something inside the body. We're activating stem cells all the time. It isn't like, well, let's activate them for 10 minutes and okay, we're done activating. No, we're activating all the time. So stem cells move up in their ability to do what they were designed to do, whether it's wound healing or, you know, all the other dynamics of what they're there for. They're basically underpin the entire structure of the body. So by activating, making them act at a younger, healthier state all the time, it's a rippling effect throughout the body. And what you're teasing here is just an example of continued use. See, this is interesting, isn't it? From the standpoint of you develop a customer, that customer continues to come back. They continue to buy because they continue to see more and more results. So it's a terrific underpinning for the entire business to know that this is something you just keep wearing and you see additional benefits.
And Jim, as you would imagine, we still have some other things we're going to talk about here. We have about 900 people on the line with us. So I can see we have members in here from Denmark, Italy, Australia, of course, the United States, Mexico, Canada, all over the globe. I'm leaving out a lot here. But the France feedback we're getting is, oh my God, David, that's incredible, amazing. Getting some questions here, as you might expect. let's just keep going on, and Jim will just finish this up really quick.
Okay.
So, of course, again, to remind everyone, after you see the appearance of youth and that the appearance that the cardiovascular system is acting 2 years younger after only 6 weeks of using X39. What could be a bigger message than that? Well, we're still not unveiling the big thing. So we'll let you ponder that. But yeah, the big announcement is still coming on January 19th. So you want to be there for that.
You know, David, one thing, think about it, and we're going to reveal this in the video that's in its final stages. You'll see this a lot when we launch in late January. The dynamics of, think about all the other massive pharmaceutical, world-class level, thousands and thousands of technicians and research scientists are working on the stem cell subject matter for years, right? We've heard about it for years. None of them have been able to do what X39 does to elevate a certain what is it? A molecule, a certain entity in the body. Can't tell you.
Can't tell you. Yeah, it's coming.
We do it, right? We have.
Yeah.
That is huge. And David and I are talking about some things in the next few months that we're going to be able to do on a much bigger platform to bring focus to what LifeWave really represents in terms of people hoping to be able to live longer and to be able to feel younger and act younger. So it's as big as you think it could possibly be. That's what this is.
Yeah, and you know, Jim, of course, there's a lot of network marketing companies, but no one has anything like this. And if anyone's even thinking about going to another opportunity, they're crazy, because we are just going to explode with growth in 2019 because of X39. And I know I'm really excited for January 19th. It's coming up just about a month from now when we finally get to unwrap the Christmas present and tell everybody what we've been building up to the last 6-7 months now on what this thing is really doing and the astonishing benefits. So, you know, someone's on this call now and they're new to LifeWave. They're just hearing about this. What should they do next? Well, first thing is get in touch today with the person that brought you here so you can get started with us. Absolutely, you want to be using the X39 and experience the benefits of improvement of energy, reduction in pain, improvement in sleep, enhanced wound healing. You want to experience all these benefits for yourself and then get involved and be building a business. Of course, you can also visit our website at lifewave.com or lifewavex39.com. We've got over 120 testimonials there, and you're going to be able to see how this product improves health for people all over the world. So, Jim, I'm going to take a quick look here because we have got, like I said, we've got 900 people on the line with us today, and we're just getting people that are coming back saying really amazing, incredibly excited. Of course, they're asking a number of medical questions that we can't answer. Asking some things about, is X39 going to be included in maintenance packages? Yes, absolutely yes. That is going to be coming in January. Thank you. We're getting some members that say we love you. Thank you. That's always appreciated. Got a number of comments here, Jim, people welcoming you aboard.
Thank you very much. Great to be here. Of course.
Someone's asking if there's any conditions under which they wouldn't recommend wearing X39. And if someone has a serious medical condition, they should consult with their doctor before using X39 or any health product. So that's just kind of common sense. And we don't want to be in the position of recommending products when someone has a serious health condition. So take the information to your doctor and let them make the decision. But keep in mind, there is nothing that's going in your body. This is light therapy. We're simply stimulating the surface of the skin with light and giving your body a tune-up and getting it to perform the way you did when you were younger. So there's certainly no harm in that. But again, if you have a serious health condition, get your doctor to say. Okay, just more comments. Incredible. Oh, we're getting a testimonial here. I had sciatic nerve pain from last week. I put an X39 on below the belly button, and the pain went away. And this person used 10 exclamation points. So they're very, very happy about it.
Well, you know, and you talk about, David, one of the keys that folks are going to want to do is you're going to want to become, right, a product of the product. You're going to want to get X39. You're going to want to put it on. You're going to want to experience the benefits yourself. Whether you're suffering from a very specific thing and you apply X39 in hopes of it helping, which odds are pretty good based as you look at the list of benefits it provides, you're gonna see some nice changes. But you're going to want to be able to talk about what it's done for you as you go about talking about LifeWave, this incredible, powerful technology. You know, that's a key word here, the power. You hold the power. Everyone on this call, everyone at corporate, we have the power to bring this incredible story to the marketplace. It's a one of a kind. No one else has it. So I'm going to be the cheerleader that talks about all the dynamics, right, David, that makes sure that you have everything you need to be able to tell this story by wearing the product, by learning to use all the new marketing tools we're going to unveil in about a month. And we're going to take this to the moon. But the great thing, of course, is going to be the foundation of the science, which is what David's talking about here. It's incredible.
Got a couple more comments and questions we should probably get to. And to your point, I was just reading this and smiling because it said, I never tried the power of X39 before. I was in pain somewhere between a 6 and a 7. And in 30 seconds of applying X39, my pain was gone. Questions here. Do you have data on the benefits of people in extreme old age? Can this protocol benefit someone in their mid-90s? The answer is absolutely yes. We've gotten phenomenal results with people over the age of 70. My father, as a matter of fact, he's 89. And at that age, you know, you really shouldn't heal too well. There's virtually no stem cell activity in the body. And he had a herniated disc, and he recovered only in a few weeks after using X39. Okay, just more comments here. Someone is saying that they love the suspense that we've built up with this. So I'm glad you got comfortable with the suspense. Only have to wait another 30 days now. And then the big reveal, you find out on January 19th what the X39 elevates and also some phenomenal new benefits that we've been holding back. More wow, great news. Keep up the great work. Wow, this is incredible. Are the studies continuing past 6 weeks? Yeah, we're just gearing up now. That's a phenomenal question. This is coming from one of our members in the United States. Yes, we're looking at that. We're just about to engage in a 3-month study and then longer because there's some other things that we want to test with this, especially when we look at youth renewal and some other effects on the body. We want to see what happens after 6 months and 12 months.
You know, one thing I'm going to throw in here, David, while we have everybody on the line is let's remember that it's going to be critical. It's going to be critical for us as a company to hear from you as you put X39 on your body. We want to hear from you. You got to tell us what happened. You got to tell us. Send us that testimonial, and because we're gonna basically come up with a kind of a list of candidates to go shoot some video, shoot some lifestyle shots, get out there and tell the story. You know, so we understand the effect that X39 is having on people. We hear it from them in their environment, in their office, in their home, you know, outside in their backyard, you know, your backyard. So the point is we want to definitely hear from you all the time. You know, maybe you tell us one thing 3 weeks from now, and then you can tell us another thing, you know, 15 weeks from now. Just keep in touch. Keep telling us and tell your sponsors, tell your group. Let's just keep telling everybody that how fantastic this X39 works. And we want to make sure to come out and meet you and get you on camera. Because as we all know, testimonials are critical to the success of a company like LifeWave.
Yeah, and Jim, we'll just take a few more minutes and then we'll close up. But just a couple other things here. First, very nice testimonial. My wife and I love how we feel since using this amazing product, X39. Another member out in Arizona. This is so exciting, David. Thank you very much. is the patch targeting a different area when you patch behind the neck as opposed to placing below the belly button? Well, one of the things that's a great question. One of the things that you're going to enjoy seeing on January 19th is why applying the patch anywhere on the body will have an effect on the entire body. Now, in our clinical studies, you have to narrow these things down. So in the clinicals, we apply the patch either behind the neck or below the belly button, just as points of convenience. But the fact of the matter is that we see results throughout the body. And there's a very good reason why that's happening. But for instance, we received in a testimonial about a week or two ago where a member had applied the patch behind the neck, and they said, oh my God, I had this problem with my toe, and now my toe is better. So yes, one patch is all it takes.
Well, and to clarify, David, you've pointed out that you can literally put X39 anywhere, right? And generally, it's going to have the same effect throughout the body. So if I'm not mistaken, is this your first patch where we did the clinicals, we had to, button down a couple of locations, but the fact is I can put it on the inside of my wrist, I can put it on my sternum, I can put it on the back of my neck, right? I can put it, wherever I want, and you're going to get the same effect. Is that true?
Yeah, it is. Now, when we do the clinicals, the reason why we recommend behind the neck or below the belly button is because this is what the clinical studies shows works. But in practical terms, we know applying it just about anywhere is going to work for the entire body, because it's all a result of what peptides the X39 is influencing. So as we get into this on January 19th, that'll become kind of self-evident.
I think people need to recognize, think about how big that is. Now, you can't screw it up.
You can't screw it up.
You can't screw it up. Put the darn thing on your body, and you're off to the races. That's big.
Absolutely. By the way, some people are asking here, this clinical study that we made reference to on the appearance of age reversal, this was done just like in all the other studies. People were wearing it during the day and either behind the neck or below the belly button. And so that's, of course, how we recommend using the product, is put it on in the morning and take it off at night. Okay, so let's see if there's a ton of questions and comments here, mostly just people saying thank you, awesome, amazing. Great news. We've got some members on from Australia. Welcome, Australia. And asking when X39 is going to be available there. We've actually applied for product registration with the TGA in Australia, so hopefully we'll have X39 there shortly. Unbelievable. This is amazing. This is coming from a medical doctor, by the way, in Germany, saying, unbelievable. This is amazing. Thank you, David. And thank you very much to the husband and wife that wrote that in, and very much looking forward to seeing the two of you in Austria. Been incredible to offer. This is from another doctor. Been incredible to offer my patients the X39. Someone's asking, does the X39 replace all the other patches? The answer is no. We just did a product training webinar on that last week. So go to our YouTube channel. You can get to that through lifewave.com, and you'll be able to see which patches you should use with the X39 and how you would incorporate other patches. This is from one of our leaders in Austria. David, huge congratulations. Love the energy you both have. So that's a thank you out to you too, Jim.
Ooh, hee-haw.
Yeah. Okay. I got to read this one. David, well, this doesn't come from me. I think you mean the product. You have already helped change my life with X39. I was suffering but not being able to eat, and that issue has improved greatly for me. Thank you. Someone is here asking why the name X39, and that happens to be the 39th patch I invented. And we're just decided we love the name and we're going to stay with it. Someone's asking about what marketing tools. You know, Jim, I know that you're an expert on this. Maybe I'll flip this over to you before we close. I think people are going to be blown away. by the marketing tools that we're releasing on January 19th?
Well, look, we owe the network and the field everything we can possibly come up with that helps you grow your business, right? Most effectively, most efficiently, the fastest. So whether ease of use, ease of access to tools, the clarity of the messaging, the look of what we're creating, thematically, the branding, and being able to give you things that on the go, that you can have access to. Of course, the website is going to have a new makeover. Of course, there's going to be some new messaging that you're going to want to be able to plug into and learn to say, and learn to talk about this new technology. But big time, we're going to be unveiling something in about 30 days in Muncie, but it's not going to stop there. That's the key. We've got your back. We know that for this to be successful, for us to grow where it can go, to double and double again and double again, the key is that you have everything you could possibly need to do exactly what you have to do, to share the technology and talk about the opportunity for people to make money and have success and be healthier. So all that's to say, absolutely, the marketing tools are going to be fantastic, and they're going to only get better over time.
Got to read this. This is from a distributor that's been with us for 10 years. And she says, "Mamma mia, what a smile, Jim." And I'll vouch for that. You do have a great smile.
Well,
and now you're blushing. And David, you look younger than 10 years ago. Now I'm blushing. I don't know, maybe thinner. Nice to see you again. Thank you. Nice to have you here. Here is from one of our LifeWave doctors out in Arizona. She says, "Fantastic, David. My eyesight is changing back to more normal level." And I know that she's been very, very excited about that. Okay, so again, we've had about 900 people on the webinar today. I'm sorry, we just can't get all the questions and the comments, but thanks for all of your well-wishing. Thank you so much for all of the questions, the kind comments. And just in closing, I've got 1 month and we get to do the big reveal now. Thank you so much for being here today. It's been really a privilege for Jim and I to make this unveiling about the appearance of age reversal with X39. Know how important that is to everyone. And also want to take this opportunity to wish you all happy holidays, safe holidays, and a happy new year.
And from me as well. It's been a terrific experience as I've joined the team, David. This is a fantastic pre-launch, shall we say, and I can't wait for everybody to hear and see what comes from what we do in Austria and beyond.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.